Bw'ogeraageranya n'eddoboozi nze Ntongo Flon.
Christine Sendi.
Mwanje Steven Kabarana.
Serunya Anes Kaddu.
Eno program bagiyita Film Agenda 256.
Enganze ennyo.
Ssaawa 2 buli Lwakusatu.
Wano teri kuvaawo, beera wano.
Nange kwendi.
Working with you in ensuring this is achieved. As a National Commission for UNESCO, and I know wherever you come from, there are national commissions for UNESCO. I know your secretaries general by name, and I asked some of you, how is Heather in Zambia? Unfortunately, they don't know the NATCOM. Please, when you get back to your countries, look for the National Commission for UNESCO, because the National Commission for UNESCO is very key in tracking, in coordinating, in liaising whatever you are doing with UNESCO. Before you get to Judy, the National Commission for UNESCO should be involved, should understand what is it that you want to do, because Judy ordinarily will, and now I'm talking about Judy as UNESCO, Judy would ordinarily ask Rosie, are you aware of this? Do you approve? Have they talked to you? And then I'll go and ask Juliana, what is this that Judy is asking me about? This is how it works. We are there to play that midwife role. You know what a midwife does, you know? We are there to play that role and ensure that you, the mother of this child that is being given birth to, really looks after the child very well and nurtures it. And this is exactly what has happened in this particular project that was approved. I would like also to commend Uganda for achieving this milestone. You know, Juliana and I sit in the evaluation committee when IFCD has finally said, these are the projects, look at it again and make your evaluation. You know, you see efforts, but some of them don't meet the standard. So I want to commend this particular project and the brains behind it, because it attracted this funding, $99,000 US. For we in the developing world and for the purpose meant for it, it's a big seed that has been sowed. And we know a giant tree can get germinated. It is already, you know, forming roots in whatever we are doing. So I'm very proud of you. And Hajara, thank you very much for coordinating. And thank you especially. You know, we have such busy schedules. An email came in June, and I think, you know, when you open an email and you don't respond immediately or note down, you're bound to forget. And it went off my mind. I was supposed to be in the field this week. So when Hajara was like, Rosie, I hope you're ready. I said, but how? Where? When? And she told me, we sent an email. So thank you for insisting, because by insisting, I had to put everything aside, and I don't regret anything, because I'm now very well informed and in position to talk authoritatively about the outcome of this summit. And be sure, Madam Juliana, and the rest of you, that during the General Conference, you know, the UNESCO General Conference is held every other 2 years. We have one this year, and it involves all member states. And the National Commission is in charge of, you know, putting the delegation together, making sure that the head of delegation's speech is correctly written. Be sure that this project will be mentioned in the report because it is a milestone, it is a big achievement, you know, to have this platform created. And I'm sure the other countries will pick a leaf, if not join. And what a big thing if we have a network of more than even 10 African countries involved. So I will share the good practices on our platform of national commissions to interest them and also to brag about this big achievement. So I would like to thank you very much. We have achieved in other areas, like I mentioned the other day on content creation, where we did capacity building of filmmakers. I think this industry has begun to catch fire, and we should not ignore it. We should do a great thing about the promotion of this industry. My friend Ragadi, as we were chatting, you know, I like him so much. Whenever I see him, I just know one song. I just know that one song, Digida Digida. You know, I know it and I like it. Whenever I have a chance, I usually dance. He said something that touched me. He said the film industry should even be more recognized than the agriculture industry. And I said, yes, it is even sometimes more fulfilling than food. You wake up in the morning and you're listening or watching a movie or listening to a performance, it is great. So I think it is something we should drum support for. We should make noise about. Madam Juliana, you are here. Please express to the minister that we need more support in the industry. You know, I'm a teacher as well, and sometimes when we have this thing, we want to talk forever. So allow me to stop here and congratulate all of you upon this milestone. We look forward to seeing how the council will perform in the 3 months and to see what next. And if you get challenges, please come whisper to us. You never know how we shall whisper to Judy out there. So thank you very much for listening to me. And with this, I would like to have the singular honor and pleasure to invite Judy to make her remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. All protocols observed, and also to say thank you and welcome to the guests who are in front here. I'll also call them by their first names because we've known each other for a long time, and really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to talk to all of you. We started this particular journey on Monday, but this has been a long journey getting to this point. And it has not been a smooth and easy journey. It has been fulfilling in the sense that it has been challenging, interesting, and we're really developing something quite new. So when you're developing something new, there will always be challenges and opportunities that we have to go through. Certainly, as has been said before, we are very thankful to the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, and in particular the team who are here, who have really spearheaded this process and have made sure that the regulatory framework and the opportunities for film have been taken care of. As you've heard before, this journey didn't start with this particular project. And I think that is one of the things that we really appreciate about this. It is not a small one-time project, but it is one that builds from one to the next. Previously, we were looking at the regulatory framework, and now we are looking at the gap. What is the gap? How do we deal with access, and how do we make sure that our audiences have access to our products? I must say this, that the International Fund for creative diversity is a very, very competitive fund, and it is global, and it is supported by member states. So we get funding from different member states, and we have a fund, and we have an open call, and every member of UNESCO is allowed and able to put out a proposal. Being it global and having Uganda being one, I think, of the 10 projects that were selected is a huge, huge show of the commitment. And one of the things that Juliana did when she had the news is to call me and say, Judy, we finally managed to get the IFCD. Why? Because it is very competitive and everybody looks forward to that funding or that support. And so we really, really congratulate Uganda and the ministry for actually being able to get these funds. I say that because whereas the funds are coming from UNESCO, it is the work of the ministry that was able to actually attract the funds. And I must say that I was approached and asked, before the fund was actually approved, I was asked, have the Ugandans talked to the other countries? Because we all know that these multi-country funds are not easy to be able to implement. And I spoke with Juliana, or I think Caroline spoke with Juliana, and said, yes, they had already touched base with the other countries and to see the viability and the appetite of other countries to do this. So one of the things that was very strong and very important to the fund is to see that Uganda is not only looking at their own needs, but they're looking at the needs of the Eastern African region as a whole. And I think that is commendable in very many ways. So we need to really appreciate Uganda for putting out this. I also want to acknowledge the process that has happened in this room in the last 3 days. We've had presentations from the developers, we've had presentations from the organizers, we've had discussions, we've had small discussions, not only in the room, but even around the meals and around coffees. That is what collaboration is all about. That we are sharing our challenges, we're also sharing our opportunities, we're also sharing the way that we see this growing, this opportunity growing. I know that we are saying we are launching, and we are very happy to be launching this platform today, but I can assure you the work starts now. This is when the work actually starts, that we actually have something that we can be proud of and that can be sustainable. Sustainability is a very big part of the work of the 2005 convention, because what we hope is that from 1 year to the next, you're growing not only in terms of skills, not only in terms of audience numbers, but also in terms of economics, that there's money that actually ends up in your pockets, and there's money that ends up with the organization, so that institutionally it can grow from 1 year to the next. So what we are hoping is that from here on, much as we are available to support technically and otherwise, I think the president will be telling me, no, we have money. A lot of the streaming is very successful, and we actually you don't need UNESCO money because we are gaining our own money. That is on a lighter note, but actually not very light. I think in the next 5 years, we have to be bold and we have to imagine the best. The thing that we love about this project also is that it empowers. I'm hoping that you will feel empowered from here. You'll feel that those movies that you made, that you're feeling are sitting in the back, have been brought to the fore, and that it will promote the industry. Much as the 2005 convention is specific to the creative economy and the promotion of the diversity of cultural expression, it will obviously impact other industries and other cultural activities. And we are hoping that we will have a very strong gender balance. I know that we are completely imbalanced in a positive way in front here. And we are hoping that women and youth are very much involved in this. And of course, as I said initially, the economic empowerment is also very important. So I just wanted to just kind of give a sense of how successful and how important this project is to us. And we will be watching. We will be very available in case of any challenges, in case of any issues, but also to celebrate the milestones going forward. Please, we are always available and we want to be in touch continually with this project. And as we grow from one country to the next, today we're talking about 6 countries, and I'm sure it's going to grow from here to the next. We are together with you, and we pray and hope for a successful end to this project. So with that, I want to thank you all for listening to me, and I thank you for your commitment to this initiative. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I request us to put our hands together for the powerful ladies that have spoken. And another special applause for UNESCO in the room. Thank you so much, Judy, for those inspiring words and for pledging to always be available for us as filmmakers and the industry at large. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment in time, we are going to have the chief guest, the permanent secretary from the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, to give us a statement, the press release. Thank you so much. I invite you, Madam.
Barry Osubui. If I knew all those who were not responding to me, I would call you by name. At least I know easy. Ninafurahi sana kuwaona nyinyi wote, ukuwa na sisi kwa mkutano hii siku 3. Did anyone understand what I said? Did I try? Okay, thank you. You know, Kiswahili is our second official language, so we are supposed to use English and Kiswahili. So we hope in the next summit, whichever country will be holding it, we shall use Kiswahili because it's an East African language. Naitwa Bibi Juliana Naumo Akorio. Mi ni kamishan ya utamaduni na familia hapa nchini Uganda. Asante. Naomba niongee na Kiingereza kama ni nzuri na nyinyi. Naona nyinyi wengi najua Kiingereza. Okay? I wanted to, as a commissioner, just highlight on 3 things before I make the official remarks of the PS and launch our Streaming East platform. One is to congratulate all of you. 6 out of 8 countries signed the pact. That is 75%. Is that very good or excellent?
Excellent.
Excellent. So can we clap for ourselves and say, thank you so much. We are not against Malawi, not even Ethiopia. And when we were discussing this pact, we said, even if you may not sign, please come, because this is a platform for networking, for interacting, for knowing one another, for strengthening one another. So at the right time, you may sign. Even if you don't sign, it's okay. We are all here to support each other. So thank you so much for signing the pact. The second one is this platform is responding to what Uganda put as one of the 4 broad interventions in its national development plan. we have a new plan 4, which starts from 2025 to 2030, what? After 5 years, 2030. So one of the priorities was that we need to strengthen the infrastructure. And the other one was networking platforms. And this is one of them. We are already implementing the interventions which fall under culture and creative industry provided for in the government big strategic plan. So I'm happy we are in the right direction. And then finally, we've not worked in silos. When we had Uganda's 3rd National Development Plan, and they were reviewing the plan for the 2nd plan, one of the challenges highlighted was that many agencies were working in silos, either as a lone government agency or even the private sector alone and leaving out others. But I'm happy to say that we've worked together to strengthen the public-private partnership with this intervention, even beyond Uganda. We've worked so well with our National Culture Forum. The chairperson of the forum is here. Thank you so much, Ragedi, for coming. We've worked so well with the associations, one of which is Pearlwood. And then we worked so well with all the government agencies. We worked so well with URSB. We worked so well with the Uganda Communications Commission. We worked so well with the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance. We worked so well with the Media Council. We worked so well with the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. Those are the key agencies that we've worked so well about to ensure we deliver some interventions related with the culture and creative sector. So I would like to appreciate all that you were discussing here and then say, we still have a lot of work to do. I was here on the first day, and one of the issues they mentioned, how are we going to market this Stream East platform? The other was, how do we bring the young people on board? And the other was, the platform was difficult to access, or it would take some time for you to start using the platform. Let's take those things seriously, and the interim council setup should quickly start by looking at those things to make it very easy. I used to watch Netflix. Now I want the Stream East to be in my phone so that I watch East African films. And I know you have the quality, you have everything, cinematography is perfect, everything is good. So I think this is the way to go. I want to encourage that council which has been put in place to ensure that we address all the questions people raised here. In those 3 months, let's address them, get to all the countries,